choice is all up to you. Too many things, don't know what to do. Speak your mind and you won't get judged. If it kicks off, you won't hold no grudges. What? Come online, come online. CSI, CSI. Come online, come online. CSI, CSI. Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to CSI, Common Society Issues. Today, I am going to be doing a presentation on what this platform will be all about, okay? And what type of informations and topics you should be expecting to be heard on this platform, okay? Just a little warning, just to let you know, this might be a long video, but sit back, relax, get your cup of coffee, get your cup of tea, a glass of wine, or whatever the case may be, whatever you need, and enjoy the show. Thank you. And also, on all the articles and videos that we're going to be releasing in future, we're going to be putting you in front of all the video contents. And you stands for unspoken, the unspoken common society issues. A lot of issues that we're facing in our society today that are mainly unspoken about, okay? And this is what this platform is all about. We want to raise awareness and we need to start speaking about these topics so we can help each other. Thank you, and let's get right into it. Okay, so here comes my presentation. Unspoken common society issues. As you can see the logo, as you can see, speaking out of the box. You can tell the logo stands for many, many, many things. Speaking out of the box, thinking out of the box, you know, and just not isolating yourself in any shape or form and speak out, basically, whatever the case, whatever anyone is going through, basically, you know. And this platform is actually starting from Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, but we will be covering every part of Ireland, every part of Europe, or even the world. We'll be sharing topics from all around the world, but mainly we're focusing on Ireland and our society in Ireland. Okay, so I'll move on to the next page here, where you can see common society issues. We have the world around us here. If you look at the top left picture there, you see a man in there in front of a board with questions. How, what, why, no way, now, you know, just stressed over, as you can see there. And if you look below that on the bottom left as well, you see a man there carrying so many problems on top of his head, on both his shoulders and stuff like that. Problems. There's so many of us that have problems, that are going through problems in life, but we isolate and hide about these things. We don't talk about them. And it gets worse, basically, you know. So maybe when we start opening up and sharing information and talking to someone close, talking to someone like a family member, or talking to a friend, you know, or even coming on somewhere like this and sharing, pouring out your heart in whatever the case may be, you know, maybe we can help bring down some problems. And when we look at the center picture there, that just shows everyone around the world in general. We're all going through some sort of things in life, you know. Why we bring up a platform like Unspoken Common Society Issues, there's so many things that we all know about that we're going through as well, that we need basically to just maybe open up and talk about, you know. So if we look at the top right, with the health issues there, middle right, panic, people go through panic, stress, panic attacks and stuff like that. Maybe that can be a form of mental health issues and stuff. And bottom right is where we have stress. So many people are going through stress, especially in this pandemic. You know, what COVID has done to so many lives is unbelievable. And there's so many things that we're not talking about these issues. You know, is it either to do with broken home, and maybe either to do with abusive relationships and stuff like that. So let's bring it all here and discuss this topic. So let me move on to the next slide. On the next slide here is very, very similar to the previous slide as well, but it's actually just giving you more details as well, and share the lights on the type of topics that we can be sharing on this platform as well. So if we look at the top left there, we have families there. That's a happy family there, you know, but some people there, or we have some families that are just, you know, maybe happy on social media, but in real life, you know, they're going through issues. But I want us here to come up here and discuss family issues, the family problems, the difficulties families are going through that are unspoken of, because there's so many people that can learn from this. There's so many other families that can learn from whatever experience another family has that they're going through, you know. And if we have to even hide identity, we will be hiding identity as well. You don't always have to show your face when you come on this platform. So there are many ways we work. We will be sharing that with you towards the end of the video. Okay, so we look at the top middle left as well, the man that's frustrated and stressed and stuff like that. We'll be talking about, depression, anxiety and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be, we have crime. We have a woman on the top left as well, whatever, she's going through. It could be depression as well. It could be any issue that they're going through. We have our youths growing up, our young females growing up that need help in so many ways in our society today, but they have nowhere to go to reach out for help, or not being able to speak up or speak out, or even, in order to get the help they need, basically. So we need to look into the youth's life, basically. So we have social issues, whether it's social media or just social interaction issues. So we need to talk about all these kind of issues there. When we look at the far right as well, with diverse, marriage, broken homes, broken relationship and stuff like that. Let me move very quick so we can move on to the next slide. So we have on the bottom left there, public opinion. We need your opinion. As the public watching this program, we need your opinion. We need your support. So please, when you see contents being released in future, I would encourage you, please, to, comment, share your opinion, your thoughts on whatever information and contents that we're sharing here. We need your help, because that's the only way that we can grow in our society as well. And yeah, that's about it. Let me just move on to the next slide, because all the pictures that you can see on the slide there, they're very, very self-explanatory as well. So I want to get right into this so that the video is not very long. Okay, like I said, it's a presentation, so I think I have this written there before, saying, welcome everyone. Today we are here to discuss what most of you just saw in the images in the previous slides, and a breakdown of different type of headlines or topics we're mainly going to be focusing on common society issues. Okay, so please feel free to contact us if you're an expert in any of these areas to help us fill some gap. We need your help and your support for this cause. So please contact us. Our email will be in the description of this video below, and contact information as well. So common society issues, some of the life experiences to be shared and topics to be discussed will relate to, number 1, mental health. Number 2, family and parenting. Number 3, poverty. Number 4, immigration. Number 5, hate crime. Number 6, corruption and crime. Substance abuse, number 7. Number 8, domestic and social violence. Number 9, work-related issues. Culture, religious and beliefs. News, random topics, and many more. Okay, so for example, let me go through some type of mental health problems that exist, basically, that some of us might be going through, that we don't even know we have. Okay, that we don't even know we're going through this. We don't even know that we have a symptom of this. Maybe when you watch people coming on board, talking about their experience, sharing their life story, sharing their, their own topics, basically, maybe you might discover that you're going through issues like this and you need help, or maybe you need to reach out or seek out for help, So let me just jump right into it and just name out a few mental health problems, type of mental health problems. So we have anger, anxiety and panic attacks, bipolar disorder, body dysmorphic disorder, borderline personality disorder, depression, dissociative disorders, recreational drugs and alcohol, eating problems, hearing voices, hoarding, hypomania and mania, loneliness, obsessive compulsory disorder, panic attacks, paranoia, personality disorder, phobias, postnatal depression and perinatal mental health, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, psychosis, schizoaffective disorder, schizophrenia. Some of these names I can't even pronounce. I only discovered this through my research, So I believe we might have an expert in some of these that might be able to come in and actually help the society on this. Maybe even if he's a professional in any of this field, you can come in and, share information and talk about things that can raise awareness, to help the public or the society in general. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, self-esteem, self-harm, sleeping problem, stress, suicidal feelings, tardive, I don't even know how to pronounce this, tardive dyskinesia, That's mental health for you. We've just shown you an example of 31 different types of mental health symptoms. We will not be able to discuss all of them through here today due to limited time. As we know yourself, we don't want this video to be longer than it already is. So we will go through maybe 2 or 3 of this relating to mental health and affecting the society today, including the possible ones that is not even added to the list. So I'm just going to go through maybe anxiety and panic attacks and maybe depression and suicidal feelings, because we all know what this is like. In this pandemic now, a lot of families, a lot of people, a lot of individuals are going through depression. And how many lives have we lost to suicide, in the last 1 year alone? In the last 2 years alone? Or if we have to actually look at the statistics and records, how many people, how many humans are we losing to suicide yearly? And people like this, they don't speak out until their life is gone. So we need to start talking about things that can help people, to save their lives basically, so they don't end up committing suicide. So let me get right into it. Anxiety and panic attacks. What is anxiety? Anxiety is what we feel when we're worried, tense, and I'm sure you all know what anxiety is already. So I'm just going to be showing this slide to you and maybe give an example or maybe life example of what an anxiety is, to you. So if you look at the blue text there, this is from someone saying, for me, anxiety feels as if everyone in the world is waiting for me to trip up so that they can laugh at me. It makes me feel nervous and unsure whether the next step I take is the best way forward. That's somebody just always scared to take actions, always scared to move forward, always scared to, to excel in life basically. And something is just always pulling them back. Whatever the fear is, we can overcome fear. We can overcome things that's making us move forward. But we need to hear this from someone that maybe have gone through the same experience before and share with us how they overcome this, how they overcome the fear. So we need people on this, like I keep repeating and reaffirming to you guys, people that can talk. Let's forget about the social media stigma that if I go on and talk about this on that platform, people are going to laugh at me. No, that's not the case. There's so much stories about me you haven't heard yet, and I'm not ashamed to come up here and share it here. If I'm going to share it with people here, if this my story is going to save a life or two, So here's another example from someone going through anxiety and panic attacks. Going out of my house is a challenge because I have a fear of panicking and feel that I am being watched or judged. It is just horrible. I want to get help, but I am afraid of being judged. It's exactly what I've just said here. Please don't be afraid of being judged. Life is very, very simple and short. So let's work together. Let's come together. Let's come as one and just help one another. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next slide there. It seems we're still on anxiety and panic attacks, while we're giving the example there. So when is an anxiety a mental health problem? Okay, anxiety can become a mental health problem if it impacts your ability to live your life as fully as you want to. That is a problem if you're unable and incapable of doing things as you usually would or as you want to. Okay, so your feelings of anxiety is very strong or last for a long time. That is a problem if it's lasting for way too long. Okay, your fears or worries are held in proportion to the situation. You avoid situations that might cause you to feel anxious. Your worries feel very distressing or are hard to control. So I will let you read through all that, okay? Or you can pause the video basically and just go through the slide. I don't want to read all of this. Not that I don't want to, but I just don't want the video to be any longer than it's going to be. So you can pause the video anytime while you're watching and read through this, okay? Now I'm just gonna go into the next one, which is depression. Oh my God, we've all gone through this. I myself have gone through this many, many times, between anxiety, the first one I talk about, and depression. Is, believe it or not, this is one of the things that actually inspired me to come up here and doing what I'm doing here today, and to bring people on board and build a team that will be doing this today. So depression is a very big thing in my life, for example, and I will not like to see anyone going through depression. So at some point, I'll be sharing my experiences with you, what led to me being depressed and how I overcame it, or how I'm still working on it as well. I'm be sharing all this information with you, and I don't care about social media. So you should as well not care and just come up and talk about these things. So let me talk. Depression, do you already know what that is? Depression is a low mood that lasts for so long and affects your everyday life. Basically, you're not a happy person, and nobody wants to be around a depressed person. Okay, and that's just even make it more harder and harder. So if you read what depression is like, yes, for someone that is just saying that it feels like I am stuck under a huge gray black cloud. It's dark and it's isolating, smothering me at every opportunity. Smothering me at every opportunity. We all don't want that. Obviously, we want to be around happy people. And not only that, we want to be happy internally. Everybody want to be happy internally and having, you know what I mean? So that's what this is here. I'll move on to the next one. When does low mood become a depression? Okay, I'll let you read that, but I'm just going to give an example from what someone is sharing about their depression here. It starts as sadness. Then I feel myself shutting down, becoming less capable of coping. Eventually, I just feel numb and empty. Wow. I'm sure we all know one or two people that are going through this. And what are we doing to help them out? I believe the only one thing we can do now, start from here and start raising awareness, connecting people, bringing people together, and learning from other people. Okay, so I'll move on to the next slide. Okay, I'll let you read through the types of depression there. I'm going to put all this on the slide there as well, so you can read it. Are there different type of depressions? Yes, there are. So you can go through that on the slide as well, so I can move on to the next one. Okay, now we move on to suicidal feelings. What are suicidal feelings? Suicide is an act of intentionally taking your own life. We all know someone, or a friend of a friend, or a family of a family that has committed suicide. And what do? We bite fingers, we blame, oh, could have been, I should have been there for him. We all come up with all these sort of excuses of what could we have done different. But the life is already gone. But let me tell you one thing. What we can do different is start making a change today. Caring for one another. Caring for one person that you feel is down. Being there for that one person that you feel is down. And not just technology, physically being there for them. So I'll give you an example. If you have a family member that you feel or you think they're depressed, please, this is one thing everyone is used to now, hiding behind technology, okay? And I will not say it's a good thing by checking up on them, by sending a text message, trying to ask, are you okay? Let me tell you one thing. This is coming from somebody that have gone through this in the past as well, okay? Do not do that. Do not send someone that's going through depression a text message saying, are you okay? Asking them if they are okay. You're hiding behind technology. What do you expect? Of course, they're going to tell you they're okay. If you really want to know if someone is okay and going through this, let me tell you, if you cannot physically make it there, make a phone call. You see, our voice and hearing a beautiful voice sometimes goes a long way than allowing technology to take control. I'm telling you this. I promise you this. The person will feel way much better if you physically show up. So if I can give you a code today, that code will be show up and be there. Show up and be there, not mobile phone. We all let this control us and think, yes, I was there for him, I messaged him. No, I'm sorry, but you're nothing but useless. I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the reality. We have to fix the reality. This is a very serious matter. So if this is going to save a life, show up and be there. Okay? So I'm going to move on to the next one. What does it feel like to be suicidal? You don't know. Only the person going through it knows and can tell. I will share mine with you in future. And if you're someone that's ever experienced suicide in the past as well, please come up here and share us how you overcame these mental health issues. How you overcame this, because it's going to help a lot of people dying in silence right there. A lot of people that are being quiet out there is going to actually help them. So please, we welcome you on board to come up and share your stories. We need to start talking about issues like this. This is why we set up Unspoken Common Society Issues. Things like this are rarely outspoken anywhere. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be famous. Even influencers commit suicide. They go through depression. A lot of them go through anxiety as well. So come on. All right. I'm going to be sharing a lot of this, all my research. I will be sharing on the slide because this video is about presentation anyway. So I'm presenting to you the kind of information and videos that we will be sharing on this platform. So that's why I'm going through this. So you can pause the video, go through all my findings and all the information I'm sharing regarding suicidal feelings, okay? So I'm going to share an example from someone that felt suicidal as well, okay? Sharing that I felt suicidal with close friends, although scary, I worried they did be angry, has helped me in subsequent black times. They said they did hate to lose me, having not been given the chance to help. Wow. Speak to your friends, people. Speak to your family. Speak to your loved ones. Whatever is eating you inside, whatever is bringing you down, please speak up. Like I said earlier, speak up. Okay. All right. I'm going to be going on to the next one now. We're finished. We're finished with the examples of mental health because I only wanted to discuss 3 topics, which was anxiety, depression, and suicidal feelings. So I'm going to move on to the next topics and next information on topics that we're going to be discussing on CSI. So our next one is going to be family and parenting. Family and parenting. So for this topic, we're going to be discussing common society issues affecting or leading to marriage, divorce, relationship issues, single mothers, single fathers, and fatherless children. Okay? And with marriage problems need fixing and not ignoring. What is marriage? I'll let you read that as well. Okay? I'll move on to the next one. Which will be giving you all information relating to marriage as well, okay? Common marriage problems and solutions, basically. So relationship offer wonderful benefits for well-being, life satisfaction, stress management, but none are without their challenges. We all know this. So what are the kind of problems that we have in marriage? For example, the following are some of the most common sources of marital stress and marriage problems: financial pressure and money problems, issues with children, absent fathers figures, balance of work and families, daily stress, busy schedules, poor communications, bad habits and lack of disciplines, negative media influences, materialism, and divorce. Divorce and relationship issues. I will like us to discuss the common issues that lead to divorce in most homes in our society today, and the impacts of divorce on children, families, and the parties involved, basically. Okay? Social media, social bad behaviors, recreational habits, substance abuse and addictions, finances, infidelity problems, emotional problems. Okay? All right, single mothers, single fathers, and fatherless children. We will be discussing facts and reality on sensitive topics like this. Not to degrade or devalue people in this situation, but to try and be aware of the situation we're deeply in and how to find a resolution. Also learn from our mistakes. We all need to give a real or fictional example of what we see in today's world and how we can positively influence the world. Okay? The rate of single mothers and single fathers and fatherless children is alarmingly high, in Ireland especially. We can all agree that this is not so good for our society, it is not healthy for our well-being, and it's not good for our children, and it's chaos for our society in general. I hope you agree with me. Okay? According to the Irish census in 2016, we have 75,042 one-parent mother with all children under 15 years of age. 90,066 with all children over 15 years of age, and 24,044 with children with both under the age of 15 years of age. Imagine what these figures will actually be today if we were to have an updated census. Just imagine that yourself. Okay, so still on single mothers, single fathers, and fatherless children. Okay, I'm gonna leave this page as well. There's no point me reading out all this information in regards to the statistics on onefamily.ie as well. So you can pause this page and actually look at the figures there yourself. It will give you a lot of information. And believe it or not, this research is actually from 2 years ago, when this program was actually meant to begin. I was meant to do this introduction 2 years ago, but I'm only doing it now, and I'm still keeping the same, presentation I made back then, because I just want to share it with you all. So that's why I don't have an up-to-date stats, and I purposely don't want to give an up-to-date stats, because I want everyone to do the research themselves and actually look into this, because it's what actually talking about. Because we can save lives, like we said. We can prevent a lot of people becoming a single mothers or becoming a single father or having fatherless children in the future. Mistakes have been done for everyone that's already in this situation right now. I can totally understand. We understand maybe some information, some situations cannot be changed or so, but definitely we can change the situation for our future youths. We can help our kids, our future youths becoming a single parent, becoming a fatherless children. Or maybe becoming a single parent. Our young girls growing up, we don't want them growing up to end up meeting a man that will end up dumping them, and ruining their life and ending up becoming a single mother. And what would that, it's just gonna keep going in a roller coaster. So somehow we need to put a stop to this. How do we do that? It's about raising the awareness, and it's about talking about issues like this. Okay, yes, it will be stigma to some people, and yes, it may affect some people talking about this, and some people may take it negatively, but I'm sorry, a lot of positivity will come out of it, because so many of us are going to learn from this. Okay, so let me leave it there for single mothers, single fathers, and fatherless children, and just move on to the next one. You can read through all the slides through this video. The slides will be there displayed for you. You can pause through and go through them, or if you want to make any research yourself, like I said, go through them. Okay, poverty in Ireland as well. I won't be reading this out as well, but I'll leave the slide there. We do have a lot of poverty situation that needs to be discussed as well. Not only poverty, homelessness, everything. It is becoming a crisis in Ireland. We all know this, and I'm sure when we start talking about issues like this, maybe the government will do something that will fix issues like this. Or, when we discuss things that actually leads to poverty as well, it can actually come from the people themselves. So maybe if we do things that, maybe it could be bad habits, that leads to this as well, but we need to start talking. When we're talking, people can learn from experiences like we've been saying over and over in this video. So I move on to the next one. I will leave the slides for poverty here. Now we move on to the next topics as well. I'm just going randomly on topics, the types of topics, like I said at the beginning of the video, that we will be discussing on CSI platform, that will be heard basically on this platform, and not only by me, by different presenters as well. I'm only here just to introduce this platform or introduce the presentation basically, but we're going to be having different guests, different presenters, and different speakers on this platform that will be coming on board as well. And if you wish to join this as well, please contact us as well. Okay, so we will be discussing immigration as well. Oh my God, this topic is going to be crazy. Ooh, when we start talking about this, oh my God. Let me even just read the first line for you, okay? But I'm sure everybody... Why is my laptop not on silent? Oh my God. Anyway, let me just read this part for you, because I'm sure everybody would have a story to tell, or they would have something that relates to on this anyway. So being an immigrant in Ireland myself for many years before becoming a citizen, this from someone, not me, by the way, okay? I have experienced so much change from the beginning of my time here to date, and don't mind sharing some of my experiences. As per the journal, on the 29th of March 2019, an Irish headline, Irish attitude towards immigration worse than Europe average. Oh my God. I know. Let's not touch up on the topic of racism just yet, but that will be part of this as well. Just letting you know, we have to eradicate racism. We're all one. We're all one. I'm telling you that. So I'll leave different slides here as well that you can read through. Here's I'll give an example on immigration. I think I put one or two here from from clients as well. So to support an integrated society, it is important for us to know how people in Ireland feel about changes in the population and to understand the kind of social, economical, and cultural factors which influence attitude to diversity. Emily Logan, Chief Commissioner of the Irish Human Rights and Equality Commission, said, "This report offers an understanding of prevailing attitude to diversity and how those attitudes are formed and will help the Commission in its mission to build a fair and inclusive society that protects and promotes human rights and equality," she said. Emily Logan. Okay, let me just move on to the next one anyway. So Irish embassies and stuff is still relating to immigration, so you can read all of this as well. All right, hate crime, which is in relation to me mentioning racism earlier, it's still the same thing. Racism, hate crime, it's all the same, So some of the topics like this can only be addressed properly by someone who have experienced it or also by an immigrant. So you could be an immigrant from Africa, South America, South Africa, anywhere, any part of the world. You could even be an immigrant from Eastern Europe or anything. We all face some sort of hate crime here, even Asians as well. As of recent, there's been a growth in a lot of Asian hate crime, and this is just not acceptable. I'm sorry to say, it's simply not acceptable. Okay, so I'll let you read through this and I'll move on to the next one. We have statistics there as well. And yeah, that's about hate crime as well. So we have corruption and crime as well in Ireland. Oh my God. On this topic, we'll be discussing corruption in Ireland and also small petty crimes by young and old perpetrators, e.g. credit card fraud. Okay, I know credit card fraud is mainly associated with people of color, black people in general, but yes, actually me growing up in this country, that's actually a big thing for black people, credit card fraud. But I don't hear more of that lately. But there's one thing I hear more of lately, which is drugs. What's happening, people? Fuck. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but drugs ruin lives. Don't you know that? I mean, okay, anyway. The examples we're discussing: credit card fraud, bank fraud, online fraud, cybercrime, gang crimes. That's becoming a thing now. All our youths growing up, all wanting to be a drill artist or a drill gang, or trying to prove what they can do through their music. And then, the knife crime going on, the stabbing, everything is just crazy. Drug-related crime. Like I mentioned, knife crime, teen crimes, even before I got there. But it's becoming a menace in our society today. We need to start talking about how we can fix these problems. And I believe these problems are stemming from somewhere, which I will be discussing in the next few episodes, We need to start talking about how we can help our youths, our young ones growing up. How can we reduce crime in our society? Because people are losing life daily, day in and day out. Somebody's getting stabbed there, somebody's getting stabbed there. And actually, young ones think it's actually okay now to be walking around with a knife. I'm sorry to say, you're ruining your future and your life. Anyway, my advice will also be for another video. Let me just move on from this, because I can rant on and on and on. But this is an introductory video, so let me just move on to the next one. And you can read all the information and all the researches that I have relating to corruption and crime as well. Okay, so after corruption and crime, we have substance abuse, which is in relation to, drug use as well. I just have some statistics there in relation to substance abuse in Ireland. And this report was from 2018. So when I actually go into the details of this topic in a proper episode, I will be giving you guys an up-to-date statistics on this. But all of this information is very relevant and it will still be relevant years to come. So that's just the statistic from 2018 with substance abuse with Ireland and in general in Europe, okay? And there's some information, about this as well. According to the journal.ie, drug taking in Ireland, particularly of the illicit variety has increased steadily in recent years. But the statistics suggest that the kind of substance we are taking haven't really changed. Cannabis, ecstasy, cocaine are still the drugs of choice, and more young men and women are choosing them nowadays. It's becoming norm. It's becoming norm. You know? I'm gonna move on to the next one anyway, and you can read all the information like I've been saying all along. Okay, so I think that's where the topic ends for all the kind of information, and I'm sure down the line, yeah, we will have more topics that we will be adding on, because this is CSI, common society issues. There's always going to be common issues in the society that we rarely talk about, and that's what this platform is all about. It's about, talking about the unspoken. I may have not mentioned some topics here today, but I'm sure everyone get what this is all about. Societal issues and raising awareness and talking and bringing it on board, basically. So when you see in future videos like this in future, and when you see any content coming out from CSI, you're going to be seeing it in a black background like this. Yes, and we purposely chose this theme because we want to separate ourselves. We want to separate this kind of like awareness videos, educational videos, inspirational videos, all the videos and all the contents that we're making. We want to kind of separate our videos from every content you see online. That's why we make it black. So when you scrolling through your social media, or you're scrolling through YouTube or anything that you're going through, and you see a black videos with people and with guests, you should have an idea already. You're about to learn something new, or okay, this is a CSI video. This is a common society issues video where somebody is sharing some sort of information, is sharing something that we can all learn from, or sharing an experience, or even interviewing someone as a guest, or interviewing someone that has gone through issues that just want to have a table to table talk with somebody there. So you will know everything that has black background. This is common society issues. This is CSI. Okay, I just wanted to share this part with you so that you are aware of our plans, our process, and the way we look, our look, basically. So I'll just read this out to you. It's just something that I wrote there when I was, creating the presentation actually 2 years ago, which is common society issues. CSI was established out of the need to create an online platform where certain individuals can share life experiences that can be beneficial to others who will learn from these experiences. We will be talking about real life reality events with facts and share stories of different issues we face on a daily basis that many of us know about but are unspoken of. Okay, as the world is changing, we may not be seeing the changes happening around us, hence why we need to raise awareness. Okay, sometimes unspoken by the one mostly affected by these issues are becoming more and more common in our society today. CSI idea basically is the link between those in need and those that can help. We stand for human rights of mothers, fathers, and children. Okay. Fatherless is an obscenity. No child should be denied their human rights to the father. Nearly 1 in 3 children now live without a father in the UK. That's nearly 4 million fatherless children. Every day, 200 children will lose contact with their father and other family members in secret family courts, especially in Ireland as well. Help us end cruel and degrading treatment of families by showcasing issues like this on CSI platform. There are diverse opportunities open to CSI through this platform. Through our research and findings, we believe there is a need for certain issues to be addressed, and we aim to deliver our messages on all social media platforms with visual effects, better ways for messages to be spread across, and CSI will also provide the platform for these issues to be addressed. Furthermore, the lack of information, guide, support for people who are going through or who have been weighed down by certain societal can be detrimental to the society. CSI therefore aims to provide a platform to support people, empower them with knowledge, and guide them through their difficult times. So keep an eye out. Branding and point of view for CSI. We want people to view our platform as a way and place to voice out their opinion where they can be heard, and also with the public sharing their thoughts. A platform where inspiring ideas and thoughts can be shared to the public. A platform where the government can also see what people are going through in real life on different type of issues on a daily basis. Okay? Here are examples of common issues we face in our society today. These are just from information that I got from news articles, okay? And I felt, I'll just read the headline basically because they're just news articles, okay? I felt enough rage to rip worlds apart. This is from a mother whose husband killed a son and 2 daughters before leaping from a cliff. Break silence to describe how society failed our children. Oh my God. The next one, Daddy, we can help you, just don't do it. Child pleads to father, he attempted to murder him and his siblings. Father figures, the reality of stay-at-home dads. I will leave the link for all of these headlines so that you can actually read the article if you wish, or if you have interest in reading the article. So there's the next one, single father. You might be alone parents, but nobody parents alone. That is an article from Irish Times as well. It's a very, very interesting article. So if you want to read it as well. Okay, the next one is from era.ie. Dad arrested during gather raid, charged over 7K drug haul. Next one, teacher 24 accused of sex act on teen students in school. This happens a lot. You know, rape victims, we have, we need to start talking about these kind of issues as well. So I have the statistics there as well. I have the links to some of the statistics of the information I've been sharing with you guys all along. So I'm going to leave all the links in the description section of this video as well, so you guys can follow along. Okay. We'll be showcasing real life events on what we are going through day by day with the consent of any particular persons involved. People or person that are involved basically. So we will also gather as much facts as we can with the purpose of helping any participant and also inspire the world through the process. We believe our content will educate the society and inspire us to live and have a better life. Our program is also intended to save lives and also a platform that would allow people to reach out for help. So if you think you need to speak to someone, or we can, link you to a professional that can actually help you with whatever issues, you can reach out to us. Our dedicated line will also be shared in the description below. So our program will be designed to entertain, enlighten, and empower the people in our society today in order to be inspired and to do the right thing. Okay? Target audience. Our target audience basically is the whole and the people of Ireland and UK, as most will be relevant to this market alone, and will be also open to the worldwide. So Irish people from abroad and overseas can also learn of what's going on in our country today and latest updates in regards to common society issues. They can watch here and see what's happening back home and learn from people and families and friends and everyone in general. So I think that's it from me for today. Yes, that's it from me for today. And this is the introduction series, basically only for CSI. I won't be doing any presentation anymore like this. I just had to do this presentation to show you guys what type of topics that we're going to be discussing mainly on this platform with different guests and different people coming on board as well. And when next videos, we're just going straight into any topic that anybody picks. Okay, if I pick a topic, I can come here to discuss. If you pick a topic, you're welcome here to come and share a story as well and discuss any topic as well. So we're actually going to be kicking off the show. It won't be stuff like this anymore. So as well, and like I mentioned as well, all our videos will be in a black background like this. So, try to separate ourselves from every videos that you see on social media, so when you come across our videos basically online. And also, lastly, I think that's it for me from today for the introduction series. So I would please encourage everyone to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, please. If you don't mind, please, your help will go a long way. And you, by liking and sharing even this video, you don't know how many lives you could be saving. Or, you have no idea who needs to see this, who needs to watch this, or who needs to follow this. It might not be an interest to you, but it might be of interest to somebody else. So please share this content with somebody that needs it. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe. I keep emphasizing on this. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I thank you all, and I will be back again next week. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day and enjoy the rest of the week. Bless.
Come online, CSI, CSI. Come online,